If you've been feeling stuck, paralyzed by fear or self-doubt, then this video is just for you. When I first thought of starting a YouTube channel about 7-8 years ago, I was so scared. And the main reason I was scared to start was because I didn't want to be judged for the work that I was doing or whatever it was that I put out. I didn't know how I would handle negative comments and stuff like that. I didn't know how that would take a toll on my mental health. So I waited and I procrastinated. And to be honest, I'm really happy that I did wait, because this is an area that I'm passionate about. And doing hair and hair tutorials and stuff, I wasn't really passionate about it. I just knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And at that time, that was like one of the top skills that I had. But anyways, as time went on, and we fast forward a couple more years, I thought about starting a YouTube channel around the topics that I speak about now, which is confidence and self-improvement and things like that. This was around 2021, 2022, and I didn't feel ready at that time because I was just now starting to work on myself. I was just now starting to do the things to improve my confidence and then improve myself overall. And so I just didn't really feel like it was my time yet. But now that I look back on it, I could have recorded my journey from the very start. I was really scared of being transparent and vulnerable about my low self-esteem and my confidence, my lack of confidence, for literally the entire world to see. I didn't feel ready. It was the self-doubt that I'm not ready for this. I'm just now getting started on my own journey. How can I be trying to give other people advice and inspire other people when I'm not even there yet? So that self-doubt definitely kicked in. That fear of judgment definitely played a big part. I didn't want people thinking negatively of me, having anything bad to say about me. I was big on people pleasing back then. So I guess you could say I was paralyzed by fear and self-doubt. But as time went on, and as I did start working on myself, and I did start healing those areas, I started to realize that it didn't matter where I was on my journey, that the advice and the tips that I give could help someone that maybe hasn't reached this part of their journey yet. Maybe the person that knows that they want to improve the way they feel about themselves. They want to become the best version of themselves, a better version of themselves. I could be talking to that one that just don't know where to start. And if that's you, then this is what my content is for. This is what my channel is for. It's to help you to get started. I'm not at the place that I want to be yet either, but I can see the growth, and I can tell that the things that I've done has helped me to get to where I am now on my journey. So I had to tell myself that I'm no longer going to let fear, self-doubt, whatever it is, continue to hold me back and keep me stuck. And when I made that commitment to myself, that's when it was like, it's time to start this content. Just because I'm doing what I'm doing now, I'm creating content and for the world to see, which is something I honestly never thought that I would do. I always saw myself doing something more behind the scenes, not being the face of anything really. And I started the business being the face of it. Now I'm doing content, of course, being the face of that too. I still deal with fear, and I still deal with self-doubt, and amongst a lot of other things that I deal with. Imposter syndrome is just a few. Anxiety, like those are just a few things that I still deal with when it comes to creating content, everyday task. But I've just learned to push through, and the more that I push through, the better it gets for me, to be honest. So this video is intended to help you to get unstuck. So let's get right into it. Probably the main reasons why we get stuck is because of fear of failure and judgment. So of course we don't want to fail. We want to succeed at everything that we do. And like, everybody has the desire to be perfect, even though we all know that perfect is not even a thing. If you fear being judged, you don't want people judging you, you don't want people thinking negatively of you, then you probably are stuck in people pleasing. We have to stop people pleasing, because we can't please everybody. And I'm sure if you are a person that is a people pleaser, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it drains your energy trying to please everybody, especially when it does not make you feel good. Another reason why a lot of us get stuck is because we overthink, or we just want to be perfect. So the more you overthink, the more you procrastinate, and the more you start putting stuff off. We have to stop overthinking. I'm telling y'all, I've let overthinking hold me back and keep me stuck and keep me from moving forward with a lot of things. Also, we did kind of touch on perfectionism a little bit. If you are trying to be perfect, that's another thing that'll start getting you into procrastinating, because you'll never have it perfect. Like, if I was to wait to start my content until I felt like I was perfect or I was good enough or I had it all together and I had it all figured out, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. I don't even know if I would have ever started. Perfectionism will definitely keep you stuck. So you just have to remember that progress is way more important than being perfect. You might not feel ready. You might not feel like you are good enough, but you will never know until you get started. And your experience is the best teacher that you can have. Another reason why we get stuck is because we are waiting on clarity. We are waiting on some sort of confirmation. The fact that you want it so bad, that's your first sign. If you look real close, the signs are there. The confirmation is there. You just overlooking it, and you don't need to be fearless. You just need to be willing to move with the fear. So the first tip is to figure out what's keeping you stuck. This is something that you could say out loud, or you could journal it. And some things I like to ask myself is, what am I really afraid of? Why am I afraid of this? If the worst thing happens, then is it the end of the world? Is it something that I can't come back from? Awareness is the first step to moving forward. You need to know what the problem is so that you can find a solution. The second tip is to start small and start messy. Big goals are really overwhelming, so break those big goals into tiny, not so perfect steps. You don't have to get it right. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to get going. And the only way that you can get better is if you start. And I like to say, practice makes as good as you're gonna get. And also always remember, progress over perfection. Tip number 3 is to do it scared. Fear don't go away. It just shrinks the more that you act. And confidence is built by taking action while you're scared. So normalize the butterflies and do it anyway. And tip number 4 is to not wait on motivation. Use discipline. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a choice. So set a timer, count to 5, or commit to 10 minutes. Whatever it is you need to do to get started. Tip number 5 is to continue to remind yourself why you even started. A good idea is to create a why list, and you can post visual reminders like a vision board or maybe affirmations. This way you have something to look back on when fear starts to creep in, self-doubt starts to creep in. Tip number 6, one that I like to talk about a lot, is to find support or accountability. So share your goals with a friend or join a group or a community of others that are doing it scared too. Sometimes all you need is just somebody cheering you on. And I just wanted to remind you that you don't have to wait for fear to go away. You just have to show up scared. Don't forget to comment and like this video. And if you're working on becoming your best self too, go on ahead and subscribe, and let's grow together. And I'll see y'all in the next one.